Welcome to River City Live. You know, it's cold outside, it's nasty, but it's nice and sunny in here, right?
It's warm, it's cozy.
Yeah.
It is kind of sunny in here.
It's always
That's
bright.
because of our personalities?
It is.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes.
Hey,
it is.
I like that. I like that. It makes me want to get off to a rolling start and dive right into our River City Current because we have some really good stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to dive into sleep. Let's talk
right.
about sleep. Let's bring this down a little
You're
bit.
going to make us sleepy.
Yeah, I'm always fascinated with different studies with sleep and how it all works out. Well, the University of Hong Kong, they did a study on your sleep positioning, and it turns out it actually induces your dreams. So to break it down, if you sleep on your left side, you are more at risk for nightmares. And then if you sleep on your right side, you actually have a better quality of sleep. So do you guys experience that at all, or do you have any odd sleeping habits?
Somebody's got a good story.
Uh-oh.
I am against this study because I typically sleep on my right side, and I was just telling Rance, actually the last 2 nights, as a matter of fact, I've been having horrible nightmares. And I'm a very vivid dreamer, but they've gotten worse as I've gotten older. So I say that your right side and your left side has nothing to do with it.
Do you think you fall asleep on your right, and then you kind of drift over to your left? Nightmares start, and you wake up on your right.
No, every time I wake up.
All right. Moving on to the next story.
Nice try. I appreciate, you
just
trying to figure this out for
Right,
me.
yeah.
He really wants it to be true. He really wants
What
it to
about
be
you
true.
guys? Do you all sleep on the same side or on your back, or?
I roll. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, that could works like that. But yeah, I just kind of roll with this side, that side.
Ever have nightmares?
I don't really remember my dreams a lot, which is probably a good thing. I used to have some bad dreams, so you know. But what about people who sleep on their back? I mean, I know this isn't germane to the stuff, but it's like your back or
Well, you know
your
what I wonder
stomach.
too, if you fall asleep on your back, I don't think you stay there the whole time like that.
Like a corpse.
Yeah.
So, do you ever have a bad dream about somebody that you're in an argument with them and then you forget, but then you run into them and you're like, I feel so angry at you and I don't even know why. I have no idea.
You can't shake it.
So here's something that's been getting a lot of attention. It's a brand new invention, the Hoodie Pillow. It's a Kickstarter for now where they're trying to get funding, but they only needed $30,000 to get into production and they've so far raised $90,000. What is a Hoodie Pillow? Well, it has an inflatable pillow built into the hood, so it doesn't matter where you are, and it doesn't matter if you're going to go left or right. When you fall asleep, you can just, you know, take a little nap wherever you are. And they say that it's not something that you'll feel or realize is there when it's deflated. It's just...
See, that's the key, because, you know, if it's all, like, you know, a huge, thick, like, hoodie with you, you know, it's like, I don't know how practical that is. But I'll tell you what, if you're traveling, you know, air travel, that would be the perfect thing to have.
Oh, yeah.
You know, nice little hoodie
down,
and then...
because you have the neck pillow.
Right.
But now you get to, you can make your own shade. You've got all in one.
But you know what, too, like, if you're sitting next to somebody and you have your hoodie, you put it on, and then you're like... and it just starts to inflate. You just, like, stare... I'll wait to get my nap on.
And then,
That could have some serious repercussions.
and then the person's like, am I boring you?
Right.
Am I putting you to sleep?
And then you're out of air.
Stewardess,
But anyway,
you know.
it's a hit. It raised $90,000, so I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about sleep, and then now we're going to talk about showering. Now, this is pretty interesting. That when you shower, right now, in America, we use so much more water than anybody else in the world. To break it down, 1,630 cubic meters. Now, that doesn't really mean a whole lot to me, but to put it in contrast, Germany only uses 400 cubic meters. That's a huge difference. And then Great Britain, 140.
Oh, wow.
So we're like more than 10 times as much water consumption. And it turns out that the American Academy of Dermatology, they says you don't have to shower as much as we do.
Lies.
Yes.
Lies.
Have you ever, you've been to Europe. Has anybody been to Europe?
I have not.
I have not.
Okay, go to Europe. I mean, yes, I'm large, but I mean, you guys would even have a problem. The showers are like this. So you get in, you get wet, you clean, you get out. But we have these showers where you can luxuriate,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
exfoliate.
I think that's probably a good part of it. You know, you actually, it's nice to do it. You know, it's a part of our relaxation process. But in the study, so kids, what they say, kids 11 and under, once or twice a week, that's all they need. Again,
Wow.
American Academy of Dermatology, that's what they're saying. Babies, once a week. They haven't met my little baby yet. He needs to shower almost every other day.
I feel like they're so dirty and getting into
yeah.
everything.
And then adults, every other day. You know, so...
Oh, I guess it really does depend on your activity. So speaking of babies, how long, when a baby's in your stomach and you're growing that baby, how many calories does it take to go from start to finish with that little baby? So I'm going to give you the big number, then when I tell you what it breaks down to, you might be surprised. But it actually breaks down, I have it here on my card. I think it's like 75,000 calories for the entire process, which breaks down
So
to
the whole
only
9-month.
Right. So,
Wow.
so that's 300 calories a day. Which, so when you meet somebody and they say, I'm eating for 2, or you know, I mean, I have done this a couple of times, the whole process, and you've been on the other side of it. So you know that there's often times where you want to have that excuse, I'm eating for 2, but really the baby needs 300 calories.
And that's not a lot.
That's
like, what is that?
not
Is that like
all
a
that
cup
much.
of yogurt?
Yeah,
Half a
really.
sandwich? That's it.
Is that even a slice of pizza?
It's not that much.
Probably not,
It's not
yeah.
that much extra. Although, you know, for me, it was birthday cake all the time.
Oh, that was a craving you had?
So it had to be birthday cake.
I
If
love
somebody-
hearing people's cravings. They're so interesting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yours was birthday cake. What was your wife?
Oh,
You know what's weird?
I'm sorry.
McDonald's.
So I got distracted.